Let us start a new topic of solid state is electrical properties of solid. Electrical properties of solid. All elements are classified as a metal, metalloids and non-metals. And these classification again further classified on the basis of electrical properties such as conductor, semiconductor and insulator. This classification is based upon electrical nature, that is when electrical conductivity is 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to 7 ohm inverse meter inverse, it is known as the conductors. When electrical conductivity 10 raised to minus 20 to 10 raised to minus 10, it is known as a insulator, means bad electrical conductor. And if electrical conductivity in between 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to minus 6 ohm inverse meter inverse, then it is known as a semiconductor. Some examples of conductors are metals. Some examples of insulator are plastic, diamond, and example of semiconductor is pure silicon and germanium. This is about the electrical properties of a solids, conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. These electrical property are best explained by the band theory. According to band theory, there are two types of band, that is valence band and conduction band is present. Take one example, sodium, atomic number 11. It has electronic configuration neon 3s1. It has electronic configuration neon 3s1. In this case, up to 3s1 configuration, electrons are filled or electrons are present. It is known as a valence band. It is known as a valence band. And the next orbitals which are vacant, it is known as a conduction band. Means according to band theory, there are two bands are present. Filled band, it is a valence band, and empty band, it is a conduction band. Which has energy levels. The valence band, it has very low energy, whereas conduction band, it is higher in energy. This is about the bands present here according to band theory. There is some gap between these two bands, and this gap known as three possibilities. First possibility is that in case of conductor, if the energy gap is absent and overlapping of valence band and conduction band takes place, it is known as a conductor. It is known as a conductor. If there is a large band gap between valence band and conduction band, it is known as a insulator. And in third case, if there is a small or appreciable gap, very small gap, band gap is present between valence band and conduction band, it is known as a semiconductor. The band gap is also known as a forbidden zone. These are the three possibilities according to band theory. If overlapping is present, it is known as a conductor. If large band gap, it is known as a insulator. And if very small or finite band gap, it is known as a semiconductor. This is about the band theory. Next, semiconductor. The semiconductor which has various application in industrial or in daily life. The semiconductor is known as the electrical property in between conductor and insulator. There are two best examples of semiconductor is that silicon and germanium. This semiconductor classification is based upon the purity. If the pure semiconductor is present, it is known as an intrinsic semiconductor. The semiconductor which is present in a pure form, which has some or finite electrical conductivity, it is known as an intrinsic semiconductor. And if semiconductor is made by adding impurity to pure semiconductor such as silicon and germanium, it is known as a extrinsic semiconductor. Again focus here. If pure silicon and germanium is present, it is known as a pure semiconductor or intrinsic semiconductor. And if semiconductor is made by adding impurities, such a semiconductor is known as a extrinsic semiconductor. The extrinsic semiconductor again classified into two types: N type semiconductor and P type semiconductor. This classification is based upon which type of impurity is added in a pure intrinsic semiconductor? Let us one example. This is a pure silicon crystal lattice in which silicons are arranged tetrahedrally arranged to other silicons. Means total 8 electrons are present in around a one silicon. If in a pure silicon crystal one of the impurity is added from 15 group element such as phosphorus, arsenic. Here the electronic configuration of phosphorus is 3s2 3p3, means total 5 valence electrons are present. When this impurity it is added in a pure crystal of silicon, one or more of the silicons are replaced by phosphorus, and due to 5 valence electron, one electron is excess in a crystal lattice. It is present at a lattice position. Hence, due to this extra electron, this crystal has a more electrical property than pure semiconductor. Hence, it is known as a N-type semiconductor. Again, focus here. This is silicon is 14 group element. When we add 15 group element in this impurity, its electrical conductivity increases and it forms N-type semiconductor. Next example, P-type. When the normal or pure silicon semiconductor in which the other impurity such as boron, means group 13 elements are added. It has electronic configuration 2s2 to p1, means it has a 3 valence electron. Due to one less electron, when one of the silicon is replaced by boron, due to one less electron, a hole is created in this semiconductor, and during the electrical conductivity the hole is migrate. Hence it forms a p-type semiconductor. Again focus here. N-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor both have more electrical property than intrinsic semiconductor. In N-type semiconductor due to free electron, and in p-type semiconductor due to presence of hole. In CET point of view, focus here. When a normal group 14 crystal lattice in which group 15 elements are added, it forms N-type semiconductor, and in group 14 element crystal lattice, when we add group 13 element, at that time p-type of semiconductor is formed. Next point, magnetic property. In element, the presence of electrons. These electrons are act as a magnet, and according to this presence of electron, the magnetic properties are classified into 3 types: diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic. This classification is based upon amount or pairing of electrons. If all electrons are paired, it forms diamagnetic. If unpaired electrons are more, it forms ferromagnetic substance. Or unpaired electrons are few in number, it is a paramagnetic substance. In other words, we can say that if any compound which repels a magnetic field, it is known as a diamagnetic substance. If substance is weakly attracted toward magnetic field, it is known as a paramagnetic substance. And if a substance is strongly attracted towards a magnetic field, it is known as a ferromagnetic substance. The example of diamagnetic substance is that NaCl, water and F2. The example of ferromagnetic substance is Fe2 plus, copper 2 plus, and the example of ferromagnetic substance is Fe, cobalt, nickel and gadolinium. This is about the solid state.